Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report Dallas Cowboys Evening Edition. Today, my friends, the Dallas Cowboys players actually have a day off, okay? They get back on the field tomorrow. And the Cowboys, not wanting to let an opportunity of a day to not be in the news, made a hire today of Ben McAdoo as a consultant. Now, here's the good news for the Cowboys, because we know that Stephen Jones and the Dallas Cowboys organization, kind of a mom and pop shop, I guess, or father and son shop, or however you want to put it. It's a small business that's worth a whole lot of money. They don't like to pay people anymore. They have to. And the good news for the Cowboys in making Ben McAdoo a consultant is the Jaguars are actually still part of his paying his compensation. He is being brought in as a consultant for the offense and Kellen Moore. Ben McAdoo has experience, of course, with Mike McCarthy. He was actually a quarterback's coach for him. He became offensive coordinator for the Giants. And then became head coach. He worked under Tom Coughlin, so he had the experience, of course, of working with Tom Coughlin and so forth. Became the head coach, was, I think, 10-6 his first year, and started out 2-10 and proceeded to get fired. Consultant on the offense. I'm not a professional, team owner or management and things or anything like that. So I don't pretend to be that. But my thing is, with the Dallas Cowboys offensive line being injured and 29th in the NFL, with Zeke Elliott fumbling more than any running back last year and having only one explosive play, somehow, some way, the Dallas Cowboys offense was averaging 32.6 points a game and leading the NFL as the number one rated offense. Clearly, health of the team slowed down that offense, but yet somehow they were still up there. So I'm not sure having Ben McAdoo looking over Kellen Moore's shoulder is a comfortable situation for Kellen Moore. It's kind of a way of saying, we don't really trust you. We love you. You've been our offensive coordinator for 2 years. But you know what? We're going to bring this guy in. I hope that this does not end up being, a problem for, where you've got too many chefs in the kitchen. Because when you got too many chefs in the kitchen, you end up with some nasty-ass soup because everybody's got their own little taste of flavoring and seasoning and the way they want to have a dish come out. You get a couple of coaches in here trying to all, coordinate in different directions, it could be ugly because, Mike McCarthy was an offensive coordinator. Kellen Moore is an offensive coordinator. Now you got Ben McAdoo, who is an offensive coordinator or was an offensive coordinator as a head coach. This mystifies me. But, hey, what do I know about coaching? But what I do know is, and I'm actually very, very excited about it, is Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, shout out to John Machado. Keanu Neal on Dan Quinn. He's hands-on, which we all know. We know he loves to have his hands on the players, getting them, coaching up close and personal. His philosophy is the same. He believes in attacking, full speed, fast and physical. I'm I'm going to do. You already know what I'm going to do. But hold up. Demontre KZ. He looks for dogs. He wants people running at every play. And just a little peek here at his coaching style. He's down in there with them. He's down in the trenches with them. Yeah, look at that. I love it. I absolutely, positively love it. And we'll go ahead and stop it right there. The other good part of thus far what we've seen, and we'll see more tomorrow, the media will be part of practice as well, is actually where we had concerns with some of the guys that we signed. We actually had concerns with Keanu O'Neal coming from an ACL. He tore his ACL in the first and second game of the season last year. And, of course, when we signed him, people are like, you don't know if he's going to be able to play and stuff. Well, he's already there working out at linebacker, having what appears to be no ill effects from the ACL. So that's actually a great thing. In fact, you can look at the Dallas Cowboys from the standpoint of the rash of injuries. It was almost abnormal, the amount of injuries that we had thus far, considering that we're still in May, to see Tyron Smith, Lyle Collins, seeing Dak, seeing KZ and Keanu O'Neal on the field as well as others. That bodes well for us because we still have a long ways to go before we're anywhere close to the season. When you think of us having guys like Dontari Poe, who when we signed him was on the PUP list at training camp, this is far and away better than where we were last year, getting these guys out here. Now, back to Dan Quinn. I hate to keep reminding you guys, and the ones that have seen it and just don't want to hear it, I'm okay with that. But just remember,
we knew whatever conditions were going to come up tonight, we really, one of the main things we want to do was let's play at our style. And we did that tonight. That was one of the things going in all year long. We're fast, we're physical, and
fast and physical
about how we play. I thought that came out tonight.
Coach, do you like this make defense again?
I certainly hope so. Couldn't be more proud to be part of that unit that plays, with an aggressive style. We talked about out-hitting people in terms of how we want to
out-hitting people,
and even checking the ball down the way we want to tackle. We wanted to win with fundamentals, and our guys worked really hard in that fashion. It's something that our coaching staff and the players, we talk tackling, we talk turnovers, really every day that we practice, and that's what came tonight.
What did you tell you?
Well, we certainly have so much respect for their offense the way they did. So I was not surprised that we played well. We've had terrific weeks of practice and preparation. So going into it, we were healthy and really felt like we were going to play fast and physical. We
fast and physical.
No huddle for 2 weeks. And if you give those group of guys 2 weeks to prepare, the coaches and those players, I think you're going to like the results.
What did you tell your players after the game, coach?
Really just how proud I was to be part of the unit. And the thing that I was most impressed about is that we really played in the style and fashion that we're accustomed to. We're fast, we're physical, and we played this game on our terms. And that was one of the things we went into the game saying. And for us to go and play it in that way, and have it come true in that way, it was awesome.
Where do the Seahawks rank the all-time greatest defenses?
I'll let you guys decide that. I couldn't be more fired up to be part of our unit and the attitude and the way that we play. So I'll leave that to you guys. Coach Carroll has been huge for my career. I think just how to feature the players, and let's find what a player can do well, and let's accent that. And that would be one of the many things that he's taught me.
What did that first front? Did you anticipate it would be that one-sided, like it was dominating their offense?
I don't know about that, but I certainly know our guys know how to rush, and that was one of the things we knew. When you face a quarterback like him, you better be able to affect him. We didn't talk about sacks or hits. We talked about can we get him off the spot. And we knew in certain coverages there was going to be times when he got the ball out and under 2.2, 2.3, which is hard for a rusher. We know sometimes it can be, if it's at 2.6 or 2.7, that's when you can get the hit. So we knew they'd have to deal with us, in terms of, I was fired up for Quinn and what he was able to do, and Cliff and Michael have been doing that for a while. So it was just another example of how, we have a really deep front, and some games you have to play real hard ball. It's going to be a running team, and then there's games like tonight where it's going to be more featured pass rush.
What did that Peyton Manning several times audibled into a run. Like Bobby Wagner was nodding. He came back and made a signal. Did you guys know any of the calls and the signals?
We did not. In fact, some of our calls, we just wanted to have some fun, and we made up some calls just so we'd be able to do some too.
Fast and physical and depth. It's all everything that he is, or we're seeing the Cowboys try to achieve right now, being fast and physical. We're hearing that from the players that believe this is what we're going to be, that we're going to be a bruising, come after you, punch you in the mouth. Not like, Dan Campbell, where we're going to bite you in the kneecap and stuff. And that may actually be a penalty now, by the way. they kind of changed the rules that literally. This is where I talk about Quentin Bohannon, and where they talk about players aren't skilled players. You know, they say wide receiver or quarterback. These are skilled players. Well, I got to tell you, the NFL changed the rules on blocking below the waist, okay? You know, blocking in the knees and things. Can't do it outside of the tackle box. The tackle box is from the outside of offensive tackle to offensive tackle. In that area, you can cut a man, chop block him. You can hit him in the knees, below the waist. Pretty much everything goes. They don't care about the big uglies. Outside of that area, ooh, you can't do that. And that's where I say that you need a special breed of player when you're talking about playing the nose. It's physical. It's hard hitting. It's tough. And you have to have a special type person that'll be able to take that. And that's the honest to God truth. Because you're getting hit from every which direction. You just don't know where it's coming from anymore. One final note, and I did a video earlier about it, but apparently Shannon Sharpe is in for. Oh, did you hear that thunder? The wind's picking up. Okay, let me hurry up and finish this thing up before the storm comes through. Shannon Sharpe is in a little bit of hot water, as well as FS1, for doing the interview. Or should I say, it really wasn't an interview because Julio Jones didn't know that they were live when he called them. And it's kind of like a breach of not really their contract, but it's definitely looked upon as, what the hell are you doing? Putting him on blast, the Atlanta Falcons on blast, the NFL. And so it'll be interesting to see if anything does happen to Shannon Sharpe, because the NFL's not happy about it. And it may actually have ramifications for Fox Sports, as in, we don't trust you guys anymore, and players won't be able to go on there and stuff. But we'll see what happens from that. But with that being said, I'm going to get out of here before this rainstorm comes on through here. But you know the deal.
Our coach here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Sports Report.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?